Why you running, running, when you got it right here? Oh, I would love you if you let me.
Hi, kitty. Oh, you want to be in the video? Okay. So I'm having a serious issue, and I feel like sometimes when you talk about it, it just makes it better, you know? Talk to maybe like 2 people about this situation. Everyone else is like emotionally involved, or they're going to be emotionally involved, or just like, oh God. I had to reach out to my friend in Muskegon and his wife, because I was just like, I can't talk to anyone. Like, everyone knows each other. The minute that you tell one person that you shouldn't tell, the entire town is gonna know. And then everyone's going to be all up in your business, and it's going to be a game of telephone, and so here's the situation. A couple months ago, I made a video about my love life, and I said that before it was exciting and now it's not. Well, for the past 2 months, it got very exciting again. And not in a good way. My ex from about 7 years ago came back into my life because I started having a lot of dreams about him, and like at first he was just a passerby, so I didn't really like doing much about it with those, and then he started like touching me, and then he started like coming up to me and talking to me, and I would talk to him about it, and I would say, hey, what's going on with your life, you know, and it would match up exactly with what my dream was, and it was so terrifying to me. So I started, like, whenever I would have them, I would call him up and be like, okay, what are you doing with your life? Like, what's going on? And he's like, oh, nothing. I'm like, no, I had a dream. This is what it was. What's going on? What are you doing? You know? And so a couple months ago, we started meeting up. And his girlfriend slash fiance, who he's been with for 4 years, went batshit. Anger is like a secondary emotion, you know, there has to be something behind it. I think it was just that she felt threatened, because in her rant, she said, I know who you are, I know who that is. And so I was like, okay, well maybe he like mentioned me before, you know, like maybe she knows some of our past. But the thing is that if that's true, then she would know that we didn't really last that long. We dated like 3 times, and each one for not a whole lot of time. He's been saying for like a couple months, like, yeah, I really need to get out of this relationship, I need to get out of this relationship, like, I need, but then he double backs himself, like, he takes 1 step forward and then takes like 3 steps back, because he's just like, he's so empathetic is the problem, and he's so protective. When he loves somebody or when he likes somebody, he is so protective, and it's really great, it's a good quality, it really is, but you know, sometimes you have to be protective of yourself, you know? And he's not doing that. He's being protective of her and her feelings, but then also being protective of me and my feelings as well. So he's trying to figure out, like, she has nowhere to go, so what am I gonna do? Like, because I can't, if I break up with her, and I can't live with her, but I have nowhere to go, and she doesn't have anywhere to go. The reason that he doesn't have anywhere to go isn't because he doesn't have any friends, it's because they live with a third person who's actually a really good friend of mine now, and he's like, I can't leave him alone with her, so, but I can't leave, like, we both can't leave, because then she is left alone for a 2-bedroom apartment rent. I'm just like, man, like, I really want to help you get out of the situation, but I don't want to make it seem like I am doing it to make you leave her so that you'll be with me, because that's not what I'm out to do. And I told her this. I was like, I'm not out to get your fiance. I'm really not. Like, I would never do that when you're dating someone. That's stupid. That's really petty. And we're older than that, and we're actually trying to adult now. And if you can't adult, then you can't call yourself an adult. So don't try to do the adulting thing if you don't know how to adult. I've been waiting around for like 2 months. I keep trying to tell him, like, it does not have to be this hard. When I tell Clea this, and I, like, talked to her about it. She was like, yeah, but the thing is, I think he's going off of what you did. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, you dealt with his crap. You always dealt with it. You didn't leave him. He's the one that left you each time. Like, and I was just like, oh, man. So not only did I fuck up his 4-year relationship that he was gonna get, like, married to this chick by just being in the apartment and talking to him and making his life a lot harder than it really already is, but I also taught him to put up with people's shit. And the thing is that I didn't mean to teach him to put up with people's shit. I put up with his shit because he had and has a mental disorder that caused him to be angry at random times. And I knew what I was getting into. When I started dating him, I knew that he had this mental disorder. I knew that it was going to be an issue. I knew what was going to happen. And I understood. And I also knew that for people with this mental disorder, you know, like, it's hard to apologize and to admit that you're wrong. And the reason that I forgave him every time, which he doesn't seem to understand this, the reason that I forgave him every time is that, like, he realized he was an ass within 24 hours. You know, even when we weren't dating, if he realized he was an ass, he would be like, yo, I was an ass, I'm sorry. And I'd just be like, dude, it's chill, I forgive you. Forgave him every time because at least he had the common decency to, like, recognize that he was an ass. There are people that are an ass to their significant other, and even though they recognize it, they don't apologize, and they don't say anything. I was the person that he would call whenever something happened, and he would yell. Like, he wouldn't yell at me, he wouldn't blame me for his life, he wouldn't blame me for all the things that was going on, and it was like ranting, like, but he was harsh sometimes. And honestly, that's fine, because I understood what I was getting into. I told him straight up the other day, I was like, I will support whatever decision you make. If you want to be with her, if you think that being with her is what will make you a better person, whether or not I agree with it, I will support you 150%. I will never force you to do anything. I will never force you to do something that you're uncomfortable with or that you don't want to do. Because all that leads to is resentment, which is not healthy. He tried to, like, flip the situation and be all like, well, what would you do if this and this happened? Like, you would be mad. And I was like, no, I wouldn't. Honestly, I would be upset with myself. Because I would be like, you're supposed to talk to your significant other about your feelings, but if you go and you get with an ex and you start talking to them about your feelings, something's going on that you can't talk to your significant other about. It was like, I would honestly be upset with myself. I would, like, go up to you afterward and I would just be like, hey, is there something that I did that makes you feel like you can't talk to me? It's fine if you just want to be their friend. I don't have any issues with most of his exes. I don't have an issue with his current fiance, girlfriend, person. Like, it's just really hard because I'm like, I don't know if I should sit and wait. It's not like this is interrupting my school time or anything, but I feel like I'm going back to when I was 15. You know, I look at my phone and like before it was just like, the only time I would look at my phone for the longest time was like to press the music button, you know, and if like someone called me. I didn't like look at my phone all that much, and now I'm like looking at my phone more and being all like, oh god, is he like did he see my message yet, blah blah, like, and when he talks to me I'm always like super happy, and like his presence just calms me down. I really want to see if this could be the right thing. I want to know, like, were we just too immature back then? But he's not, like, he's cat, come on. He's not I know he's capable of leaving her, but he is too protective. He loves her, you know, he's in love with her. And he's protective over those that he loves. He was very protective over me when we were dating, and I'm sure that if I got in trouble or something, he would be very protective now. You know, he still cares about me, and I'm just like, I can't make you not care enough that you don't want to protect the person. I can't make that happen, and if I do make that happen, they'll set you back so far. in his recovery. It will set him back so far in his recovery. I could not do that to somebody. I wouldn't be able to. I don't know. So, opinions would be nice. I really don't know what to do, if I should sit and wait, or if I should, like, just decide, you know what, I'm just gonna be your friend and be done. You know, I'm gonna be done with this situation. Just gonna be your friend. He hasn't talked to me since I had a panic attack at his apartment. You know, so I'm like, maybe, like, he had just talked to, this bothers me so much, that he talked that, like, the day before about, you know, I really need a strong person, not a child, blah, blah, blah. And then next day, or the day or two later, I, like, had a panic attack at his apartment. And I was just like, oh, what if I just messed it up? What if he doesn't see me as strong anymore? What if he doesn't love me anymore because I had a panic attack? You know, like, what if he doesn't view me as, like, that I grew up or something? And I know that that is kind of an overreaction, but at the same time, it's just like, I don't know. So, I'm waiting to see if he messages me back, because I sent him a text apologizing for having a panic attack in his apartment, but he also has an iPhone, so I can see when he sees it, and he saw it, and he hasn't messaged me back. So I'm kind of just, like, waiting, being like, okay, I messaged you and said I was sorry. Ball's in your court. I don't know. Alright. I'm done. I'm done ranting. I don't want to think about this anymore. I need to go to bed. I need to just chill out because I can't think about this anymore. Tomorrow is a school day. Like, I'm doing school. It's not like an actual school day. It's Saturday. But tomorrow I'm doing school. And then Sunday I'm going to the apple orchard. Hopefully. So, I will talk to y'all later. I'm probably going to make another video of the apple orchard. So yeah. Okay. Talk to you later.